So I'm going to show you how to change the oil in a Honda. Now, all the Hondas have different engines, but for the most part, they're all the same. From owning a bunch of different Hondas, the general area of all the bolt and the filter are in the same general area, and once you're under the car, you'll be able to see it. So first you have to take off the bottom cover plate. Now most Hondas have this, most newer Hondas have this at least. This is a 2018 CRV. My 2023 Type R has it. My 2018 and 2020 Civic Si had it. They really all have this. It's for aerodynamics. It also adds a little bit of protection, so if you hit something on the bottom, you don't immediately hit your oil pan, you'll hit this. I've destroyed a few of these in my life just by hitting things in the road, and I'd much rather replace this piece than a new oil pan. So there's going to be little clips that turn out, about a half turn, and then they fall out. And then there's going to be some screws that you have to take out as well. So you can see we're taking out the screws here. We've already taken out the little twist turn clips, and it just falls right out. Now you want to put it off to the side because you do want to put this back at the end. Once you break the oil bolt loose, you want to use your hand to get it off. So the reason you want to do this is because you actually don't want it to fall in the oil. You're going to have to replace that washer on there, which I will show. And when you do it by hand, you'll get a little bit of oil on your hand, as you'll see. If you're quick enough, you might not, but for the most part, it's not that bad. You just want to do it by hand so it doesn't fall into the oil. And you want to let your oil drain. So as I said earlier, there's a crush washer on the drain bolt, and you'll want to replace that every time you replace the oil. They're one-time use. They're meant to literally crush as you tighten the bolt. And so here we're going to reinstall the bolt. And you want to do it to about 25 to 30 foot-pounds. Now, a lot of people will say you should use a torque wrench for it. If you've been doing it for years, and in this case, this person's been doing it for decades, you can literally just kind of feel how tight it should be. The big issue is you don't want to strip out the bolt. They will strip pretty easily after a while, and so you want to be careful of that. So this is going to be the messiest part. We're going to remove the oil filter, and they do make wrenches for it with special attachments, as you can see. So it is the messiest part. You can see oil going everywhere, but you just want to let it drain. And then you do want to put new oil around the seal of the new filter. And that just makes it so it's not dry when you're twisting it back on and nothing gets bunched up. And don't forget that step. That is a big step. Now you can use old oil, you can use new oil, but in this case we use new oil. And you want to tighten it by hand. So in this case, if it's a little slippery with your gloves or something like that, you could use a wrench to tighten it, but you really just want to do it hand tight, as tight as you can by hand. So this car takes 4.5 quarts. So we're pouring in 4 quarts of oil, and I think this is the hardest part of an oil change, is just getting the right amount. I don't know why, but I wish like car companies would do 4 quarts or 5 quarts, but some cars are like 3.7 quarts. It is so hard to measure out 3.7 quarts of oil. So in this case, we're doing 4.5, about 4.5. You can see the last one we did 0.5. You want to start the car, and then you just want to reverse the steps and put the cover plate back on the bottom. I highly recommend putting the plate back on the bottom. A lot of people just leave it off because they think it's easier for the next time. But for the amount of time it takes to take off and put back on, I think having that peace of mind that something else is standing between you and hitting the bottom of your oil pan on something on the road is definitely worth it. So let me know if you guys have any questions. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. If you learned anything, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And let me know if you guys have any other video ideas. I'm always looking for new videos.